several years ago, there was a fella attending one of the crop circles in England who had an idea, because for a number of years, when these crop circles were formed, they would find white powder residues in a lot of these crop circles, particularly in England, because they seem to be the most active area that looks into this. But anyway, a few years ago, somebody collected this crop circle, and up to that point, nobody knew what the white material is. This person had a knowledge of Ormus, and when they did a bit of checking and a bit of research, it looks like these materials, this white residue that is left in crop circles, is white powder gold. So it's, again, you're back to the analytical problems. However, none of the plants that are ever laid down in a crop circle die. They all survive, they're all harvested. And in many cases, or most cases, the following year, the regrowth of the pattern of the crop circle will show, because there will be improved growth in the following year. And it looks like this is attributable to the presence of the Ormus white powder gold.
So how do you think that it got there in the first place?
Well, they haven't even figured out how the crop circles get there. So
what are your theories on that?
The crop circles are extraterrestrial. We do not have the technology to do this. It's just that simple.
It's obvious.
Yeah,
look into it.
I mean, there's no doubt we can't do this. And anyway,
so
the news people have their own talent. Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, some drunk college students, you know, like after a party they went out and they did this. It's like, are you?
Yeah. Well, so some of these crop circles are over 900 feet in diameter.
Yeah.
They're
and the
pristine patterns.
Oh my God.
They appear in the middle of the night while there are film crews at the fields. And these things will appear in pitch black in about 2 hours. And, you know, these aren't from here.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. And, you know, they send the helicopters out and so on to try and blow all these things down as much as possible. Crop circles appear in Canada, the U.S., but we just don't seem to have the significant groups of people here that, you know, get out there and film these. There's also been many instances of snow circles occurring in Canada and Sweden and in the colder countries in the winter. And again, you need an aerial view of these things, but they're out there, and there's a lot of pictures. I mean, again, it's something you can research. There's also a lot of information, and some of this is starting to be decoded from crop circles. There's one that appeared in England a little while ago, and it had a series of, I believe, 4 rings with 4 circles on it. And this was actually decoded because it looks like it's the first 4 planets orbiting our sun. And when they calculated the exact positions of these planets in the ring, in the crop circle, this it came exactly to a celestial date of December 21st, 2012, which is supposedly the, you know, it's a physical thing as well as an emotional thing. Physically, what happens on December 12th, or December 21st, 2012, our sun eclipsed our Earth from the center of our galaxy. That's the physical thing that moves into place. Also at that time, it looks like our planet passes from the upper part of the equator of our galaxy to the lower part of the equator of our galaxy, much like you were crossing over the equator of the Earth. So there will be energy shifts and changes, and nobody completely knows what they're going to be, but we know these physical changes are going to happen, and so we just have to see what everything else does. So.